What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to talk about baby doll Leona, who looks absolutely amazing. I love the attention to detail that they put forth on her, man. She looks so gorgeous with her hair. Her eyes are so lovely. The blue changing into the red, her hair color changing from blue to the red. Even her lips, guys, like they really did a wonderful job. I know some of you guys will be paying attention to other things, and I can't really blame you for that, and the yellow top, right? The yellow top is just so nice. Like, I'm so happy with the aesthetics of Leona, but I'm also really happy just with her kit because this girl is absolutely insane. What a bonkers character. Now, we're just going to jump straight into gameplay, guys, and I'm just going to talk about her as I'm kind of reading off my phone some of her descriptions and details in her kit because I can't really remember everything. You know, Netmarble puts so many things in their kits, but she is insane. So check this out here, all right? And I'm going to be using Athena's leadership here in Guild Raid. This is on Inferno, and we are using the new set on Leona along with the Shermie option card that applies shock whenever you're doing critical hits. And this is just going to be a complete solo with her. And I'll show you guys the build afterwards as far as how I have her built because you won't get this much damage out of her, say if you have the same fame system as me and the same codex level as me, as what I'm doing unless you have these prior stones. If you don't have these stones, you're not going to do as much damage, but I'll talk about that after the run, guys. And as you guys can see, she is redonkulous. She is redonkulous due to her bleed, her burns, just her dots are just nutty. Just like all the other characters with the prior dots, they just melt, right? I'm kind of sifting through my game here trying to figure out where she's at. But this is a character that whenever you unlock her at A5, she's going to have what's called Limitless, where all three of her skills damage get buffed up, and her default gets buffed up as well. And what happens is the cooldowns of them are lowered by 80% whenever you do have her at A5. Now, if you don't have this character at A5, I still think she's really a worthy character of pulling, even at level 90, guys, because there's always a 3PG that's going to be available for her, the BS version, which doesn't get interrupted in Guild Raid, which is absolutely insane. But also Leona, guys, in her kit, she has increased target damage received on her first and third skill. I believe it's her first and third skill. Yeah, her first skill gives increased target damage received by 50%, and that's without, being A5. And then her third skill gives increased target damage received by 55%. Now, whenever she's at A5 and you unlock Limitless, then this actually goes up. Then her first skill's increased target damage received actually goes up to 60%, and the third skill goes up to 65%. So it goes up quite a bit more whenever you do have her at A5, and that's going to make a big difference in your damage. Not to mention that she has a decreased defenses on her second skill that actually that's set as 60%, and then whenever you have her at A5 and you're using Limitless, it's the active skills change to blue, then it goes up to 80%. So you're decreasing defenses by 80%. These are the reasons why she'd also be a really good support on top of really being a really good damage dealer. Now, Leona has a really awesome kit in that, she does have decreased damage received by 80% if HP is 60% or less. That is awesome. And then she also has a 5-second damage immunity when she reaches a 30% HP threshold. And that's pretty much what's going to keep her alive throughout this run. It's kind of wacky. They didn't give her a shield, but honestly, she doesn't need it, guys. I've used her in multiple game modes, and she is redonkulous. I mean, look at the damage that she is putting out. It is crazy how powerful she is. And this is at A5, guys. She's got a ways to go. And actually, I can make her even stronger, as I'll talk about when we look at her build. She is just so nuts. And then her default also, has a 100% chance to reset her skills, which is amazing for this character. And it gives herself an increased attack by 30% and critical rate by 10%. Right? And, if you're using her leadership, guys, you're going to have 12% critical rate right off the get-go on top of 50% attack to blue elements, which buffs herself, which is actually really, really good. It's just not as good as Athena, guys. You're going to find that adding critical damage to Leona is going to make a bigger difference in her damage, especially if you have that damn option card for her, the new one that's in the banner that gives that extra critical rate. If you have a lot more critical damage, her damage will just skyrocket. And I got to talk about, like, her 3PG, I love what they did with it, with the delay. Also, her default where she comes back and you see her eye shine. I just love how all of it looks. She's getting near death, right? but she's going to get it done, guys. She's going to get it done. And I did this on the live stream last night. This is actually from my live stream last night. Now, I might even be able to do better, in all honesty, guys. Like, I'm not really sure if I could or not, but look at the damage that she's doing. It's absolutely insane. I think it goes without saying that she's probably the most powerful character in the game right now. Now, if you're using like her normal build and the stones that you normally get, that we get from the banner for her, again, you're not going to do as much damage, all right? And I'll just let you guys see exactly how much damage we do here at the very end. You know, what is the final damage amount for a complete solo? I mean, guys, we're 371 billion. 371 billion solo, right? 373 billion solo. And she can do even more than that if you have an extra stone that I, unfortunately, don't have. That is insanity to do that kind of damage. 373 billion. That is crazy. So let's take a look at the kit, guys, and I'll show you exactly what's going on here. All right. Check, I'll go into guild right here. I guess I could have just went into fighter, right? But I'm so used to coming into guild raid. But when you look at her kit, guys, like, this is a card set that I was using on her. No transcendent cards except for this one right here. And this does have a transcendent stat for attack type fighters that gives extra critical damage by 10%. And then we get the 25% critical damage here. Now, I'm not sure if it's the best card, but because it's transcendent, I'm getting that extra 10% critical damage. It's a really good card for my setup. This card here is actually insane for her. Giving her extra critical rate is insane, guys, because she will just melt that bar. She'll start hitting a whole lot harder, a whole lot more often, and it's just going to make the world of difference. This thing is nutty on her, not to mention the CP gain, right? And this card set is the best for her. The increased burn damage by 100% and critical rate by 12%. Again, there's that critical rate, guys, for attack type fighters. And this is going to be a decent card set for Iori, for Leona, for Lung, for any attack type fighter that's got burn. And then the increased critical damage by 20% when Extreme Fire lands a critical hit, up to 120%. And then increased attack by 30% for each skill landed on burn targets, up to 120%. That is just bonkers, guys. That's bonkers, right? And then, of course, the fact that it can build up to PG super, super fast. Really, really amazing on her, right? Plus, her 3PG does give extra critical rate. I mean, Leona is just going to hit like a truck a whole lot because of all this extra critical rate. Her affinity is at level 10. Her cores are maxed out. Now, when it comes to her cores, guys, I'm not 100% sure what exactly would be best. I don't even think there would be much of a difference compared to what I'm actually using right now. But you really want to have her attack all the way leveled up. The attack penetration will be the first things that you leveled up for damage. If you're going for CP, then obviously you're just going to level up all these instead. And then what I opted to go for was I leveled up the default, of course, because she does the most damage with that default, considering that she uses Limitless. Now, if you don't have Limitless unlocked, then I would actually level up these 3 skills instead. If you don't have her at A5, I'd probably just level up these skills instead. But if you do have her at A5, you want to have Max Slasher Saber unlocked, and you want to max that thing out. Now, I opted to go for the first skill and the third skill. Those are the skills with her dot, so I decided just to go ahead and go with that. But, I mean, some people think maybe you should max out the Baltic launcher and then maybe the first skill. I mean, it's up to you guys what you really want to do. I don't even know if there'd be much of a difference. I mean, I can test it and see if, if I should make some changes, if it would be a little bit different, if the damage would be better. And then, of course, we have Limitless that is unlocked. Now, here's where it gets pretty wacky for her. Not really wacky, but this is where you really can gain a lot of damage for her. Whenever she uses her regular stones compared to, say, my, Iori, she's stronger than Iori, but if you use like the stones that I have equipped on her and then another one that I'm going to mention, she'll be even stronger. So the first stone that I'm using on this girl is actually from Volume 7. This one increases critical damage. And this is going to be a common theme you're going to see, guys. The next one is Volume 5, increases critical damage, right? The third stone is the Volume 9 stone. That is the stone that we actually get in this particular banner that gives critical damage. So I just gave her a bunch of critical damage. Now, if you have the kitty stone, because Leona is a kitty fighter, right? She is Operation Kitty. She does benefit from those stones. So if you actually do have like the stone that actually had the critical damage. I can't remember if it's the star or the moon, but one of them had critical damage on it. And if you put that stone on her, her damage will go up even more. Like, she'll do even more damage if you have that thing. I almost regret not getting the kitty stones because really Leona's my favorite and I really want to make her as powerful as I can. And to be able to get 373 billion doing a solo is just It's just absolutely bonkers, guys. Not to mention that for the new time attack, whenever they have a new restriction for a blue fighter, and I'll talk about time attack in another video, but you guys, that thing is way harder than what it was. And having a character like this that has limitless, being able to go into your default and be in infinite iframes all the time, is going to be a godsend in a game mode like that, especially whenever the default has an interrupt skill on it. And all these characters that have limitless, they usually put an interrupt skill on these things, so that way you can go straight into them if you're in danger, go into an iframe. It's really powerful. And I'm going to have some other, things coming up about Leona, guys. She is just god tier, so freaking ridiculous. I'm so happy with this character. Now, the question that you guys are probably wondering, was it worth $700 to get this girl? Because she really is the reason I spent all that money. And the answer is, for Leona, yes. For the damage that she's putting out, no. Because in Kofa's, every 3 weeks to a month, we're going to have another character that's going to be more powerful. More than likely in the next banner, there's going to be a character more powerful than Leona, and the cycle just continues. And that's why I always tell you guys, always pull for your favorite characters. Always go for your favorite characters. If they're an EX version, they're going to be more than powerful enough to do all kinds of stuff, guys. I still use my Rugal all the time. In fact, I use Rugal in that new time attack because he is a green and he could solo that thing by himself. If you guys want to see that, I can show that to you, but he could do it all by himself. So he still proved to be relevant, which is awesome, guys. And this girl's relevance is going to last for a long time because she is so powerful, because she's going to have so much utility. She's going to be amazing for the boss showdowns, all that jazz, especially at A5. But guys, even if you pull this girl at level 90, even if you just get her at level 90, you don't even get her 3PG, she is going to be a very useful character for you. Now, I think she's bugged. I'm not really sure, to be perfectly honest with you guys, if she's bugged or not. I think her increased target damage receives are not stacking, but even if they're not stacking, even if they're not right now, she still will increase the damage as a support for your characters, right? She's still a godly character. And if she does have a bug, the damage that you just saw would actually go up. Think about that, like if she is bugged. But I don't know if she is or not, but I mean, considering the damage that she's putting out, I gotta wonder if she really is, but I'm not 100% sure. But all in all, guys, I am really happy with Leona, man. She's so beautiful. Obviously, I'm going to be biased towards the character, but she's just going to be that all-around character that people's accounts are going to benefit from, whether they're using her as a support, and I will show you guys that in another video, or just using her as a solid damage dealer. Even at level 90, guys, she's going to be a really good damage dealer. Her dot's insane. It is crazy how powerful that is, and I'm going to play her today against Rugal, considering she's got bleed, and that's going to be pretty interesting. And when I show you guys how much she did against Nightmare Geese on a team, you're really going to be blown away by the power of this girl. So guys, let me know what you think about Leona, and I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GT+7 time. The link is in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody. Take care.